Hey guys, so I'm popping in here. This is Kristen popping in here really quick. And we're going to do something a little different today. So I get asked pretty often with the people I work with, whether it's my mastermind sisters, whether it's Kelly, or even like some of our business owners or the virtual assistants we train. A lot of times I get asked, how do you keep things organized? And I cannot stress enough how important it is to have your stuff organized, whether you are a business owner or a virtual assistant. You have to have things organized. So I'm taking you behind the scenes today to how I keep my stuff organized in Trello. So this is just one task manager that you can use. Some people are Team Trello. Kelly and I are Team Trello. We love Trello. Some people are Asana. I've worked with that before with one of the teams that I'm on. And excuse me. And also I've done Slack before. I'm all about Google, all that stuff. So this is just one way to organize your stuff. So I'm going to kind of take you through how I do things. So the first thing that I do is I absolutely have to have things categorized. So I'm going to hop in here again. So in here, you're going to see a couple of things. If I'm that person who, if I do not write things down, it doesn't happen. I have to have things written down. And I've gotten to the point now with my own virtual assistant that I will literally send her a voice message and just say, hey, remind me to do this. Like I literally did this last night with my virtual assistant. I needed to do something for one of my programs and I said, hey, can you like remind me tonight to do this? They needed treadmill workouts. So I said, can you remind me tonight to do treadmill work to post the treadmill workouts? She's like, yeah, no problem. She messaged me and she's like, hey, don't forget, this is your reminder for your treadmill workouts. I'm like, oh, cool, awesome, that's amazing. And I'm like, but I'm hopping on a call. So can you remind me at like 9? Sure enough, she did. It's like the best thing I've ever done. So if you don't have a thing to write down, if you have an assistant, it's the best thing ever. So my assistant is really freaking awesome. I highly recommend it. She's our assistant too for the Biz Runner. So I highly recommend getting a virtual assistant just strictly for that reason, but also because you got to have your stuff organized. So in here, you're going to see, this is my own personal business. So I'm sharing this because I figure this a little bit easier based on things. So the first thing that I want you to notice is you absolutely have to have things categorized. You have to have things categorized. So how that happens is really up to you. And this is why I struggle talking about organization a lot. I love it. I am like hyper organized, sometimes to a fault. But at the same time, it works so well for me that I felt like I needed to share with you guys. So this is how I keep my stuff organized, and I have it categorized. So this is all the things that I need to work on this week. So it's a little bit big. Guaranteed some of them have been there for a while. As you can see, I have a couple of November and December dates on there. Don't worry, get into those. Some of it, it's done. There's just things that I need to add to, and it's really not, the extra stuff isn't due until the end of the month. So it's not that big of a deal. But keeping it organized in here so I know exactly, this is the first thing that I look at, like, what is happening this week? What do I need to do this week to keep myself organized? And usually it's these things. You know, I need to write my email campaigns. I need to write my social media content for the week. So this is my long to-do list. These are the things that I absolutely need to do. So whether it's something that I need to do each month or something else that I need to do and make sure that it's updated. So one of the things that I need to do each month is update my Elite Running Academy workouts. All right, so that's one thing I do. So I have this week, these are other things that are on my to-do list that I need to do. Then I have my virtual assistant to-do list. So you can see some of these probably need to be moved over. So some of those are moved over to our completed list. But I have my VA list too. So this is the fun thing that I love. Because once I'm done, and you can see this was over here today, December 18th blog post. Once I'm done with it, all I have to do is move it over here, and it's not on my list anymore. Okay, so that gets me probably more excited than it should. But that stuff is like so much fun for me. So that helps me a ton. And sorry, you're gonna hear my bell ringing in the background. So getting things categorized. Second thing, make sure that it works for you. So I will tell you that you have to be flexible. You have to be flexible and willing to kind of roll with the punches, because what you start doing isn't necessarily going to work out in a long run. So we also have these boards on here. I'm not going to show you all of them just because there's some confidential information on there, but we have boards on there too. So I have different boards set up. I usually have a board set up for each client that I'm working with. I have one set up for my other business. I have one set up for the biz runners. But my other business, I was like, I need a good way to keep this organized. I need to be able to keep track of all the people that I need to contact and follow up with. And I just needed something to make it work. And so I had to be super flexible with it. I needed to make sure that it was going to work for me and for everyone. So I ended up switching it because it didn't work for me. So you have to be willing to switch it up when it's not working. If this doesn't work for you, that's okay. Like, obviously, I don't have a blog post card anymore. I need one to keep track of what blog posts I want to write, but I don't have that on here right now. So do what works for you and what works specifically on you. I am going to show you ours though. Okay, so if you hop over to ours, you will see that we have ours set up a little bit differently. So Kelly can take advantage of this for the most part, but these are all of our client lists and things like that. So we have colors set up for who does what. So this is what we need to do this week. Look who's responsible for it. It's color coded, right? Color coordinated, all that stuff, so that we know exactly who is doing what. It's pretty much the best thing ever, ever, ever. The last thing, and I kind of already talked about this. Oh my gosh, people, outsource. Outsource, outsource, outsource. This has been a game changer for me. And having this organization, as soon as I was able to get this, it has saved me, because I can just tell my VA, hey, I need you to move this, or can you go into this board or into this card, and can you tell me what's on there? Or, hey, I have my processes set up on this card or this board or something like that. In here, I've been able to, I can add in, I think I've done trainings in here. So say I need to do a training on ActiveCampaign. So I'm going to add that in here, and then when I'm done, here's the cool thing. This is what I love about Trello. So I can put in, here's the YouTube link, and here I can save that, so it's always in here. These are her ActiveCampaign training. We'll say training on there. ActiveCampaign training, it's on here, and then I can say, I can write a comment to my VA, hey, here's the ActiveCampaign training. I'm not going to do that, but yeah, you understand. I can attach files in here from Google Drive, from my computer, from Dropbox, all kinds of things. It is such a great way to keep things organized. So this is just one example of a task manager that you can use and how to keep yourself organized. Again, making sure that you have categories and things that go into each category, being flexible with things, and then outsourcing. Outsourcing the things that aren't profitable for you. I had a conversation with the client today. If it's not helping you get profit, if it's not helping you earn an income, then you need to outsource it. So for me, that was the first thing that I did. I let my my VA schedule things for me, because scheduling is not going to help me make a profit. Creating the content, yes. Scheduling it, no. And it's a time waster for me. It's a time suck. If she can do that for me, that's great. And that's mostly what she does for me. She's doing a lot more for me now, but that's really how I got started. So start simple, whether it's your inbox, scheduling things for you. Start simple, but outsource it and have a task manager set up so that you can keep both of you on track and organized. So I hope that helps you guys today. I would love to hear from you. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. I will chat with you later. Bye.